Okay, so we're recording now, and this is so exciting. I've missed getting together with everybody. So it's fun, and I know we have others that'll be jumping on. Look at that Nation Red t-shirt. I love it.
Oh, cool.
But I want to get started here, so I'm going to mute everybody, and then Christine, I'll unmute you when it's time for you to talk, okay? All right, so get you all muted. And actually, if you want to say something, you can. I think you can push your space bar, and that will unmute you if you're on the computer, or you can just click on your microphone and then mute you back. But it just helps with the extraneous sound if somebody's doing something. So I'm gonna pull up my visuals here. First of all, I want to say congratulations to everybody who was at Career Conference. Woo! So much fun. Minneapolis and Orlando representing, and we know that change the page. Where we go? April 25th registration, priority registration opens for the Diamond Seminar, and then everybody can register on April 29th. And when our units have an increase of at least 2 people registered over last year, then everybody in the unit gets that beautiful bracelet that actually matches our things that we got before. So that's kind of fun. And then, you know, I threw out the challenge that everybody who brings a team member who's never been to seminar before, you will get a gift, and the team member will also get a gift, because I have a goal to double to 22 people at seminar this year. Congratulations to our key winners for March. Oh my gosh, Christine, Gloria, me, Tammy, Pat, and Sue, we are all on target for that seminar bracelet too. So congratulations to you guys. This is the month to earn those cute earrings. Oh, have you? I don't know. I've seen them on the nationals because they get them first, and they are so cute. I want them so bad. So I can't wait to see who all gets them. Last month we had 6 people qualify, so let's double it, or let's get at least 10 getting their earrings this month, because I know the 6 of us will do it, because we're going to keep going for that seminar recognition. Also, congratulations to our 3rd quarter star consultants. Christine was an emerald, I was a diamond, Sue, Tammy, Gloria, and Pat were sapphires, and Christine, myself, Sue, Tammy, and Pat were all-star, or on target for all-stars. So we only need 1 more quarter to finish up this seminar year as all-star consultants and get to go to that prize party together. Oh my gosh, Christine, I think this year we're going to have more people going. And we're going to do a mystery date afterwards for everybody. So usually it's Christine and I go on a little date, but we'll take the rest of the all-stars. Don't forget, through the 15th, you can get satin hands and the Shea hand cream at 60% off. You guys realize this is like a 10% increase in your income. If you work another job and they said, you know, we'll let you have an extra 10% on your paycheck this month, don't you think you would choose that? And you get that just for this 2 weeks. Think about Easter baskets, Mother's Day, birthdays that are coming up. Think about all the parties that you'll be doing. And I don't know about you, but I usually sell 1 or 2 sets per party. So how many parties do you think you'll be doing between now and maybe the end of the year? Or you know, it has a 3-year shelf life, so you can think outside the box as far as you want on that. You might want to pass on the savings to your clients, and maybe you won't. Maybe you'll just keep it as extra profit for yourself. And either way is just fine. But realize that if you did a 10% special, it wouldn't cost you anything, because you're already getting an extra 10%. But don't forget, that ends on the 15th. While supplies last. Now, that doesn't mean that Satin's Hands is going away. It isn't. We've been reassured of that. It just means that they've set aside a certain number of products to offer at this price. So when that number has been sold, then you can still get it at regular price. The other thing that is going through May 15th is the bundles on the eye color that go along with the eye color cards. You can get the palette, the little palette, and the bundles of the cheek color and the 3 eyeshadows. It's a $56 retail, and you get it for $25 wholesale, which means when you sell those, you make an extra $6 profit on each bundle you sell. And I don't know if you have figured this out or not, but I'm all about the money. Show me the money. So, I mean, $6 is a meal at McDonald's for me. So I would like to make that extra money when I can. And again, this is something that it's not going to expire. It's not going away. These are new products. And so you can sell them for as long as you want and continue to make that extra profit on the ones that you bought between now and May 15th. But that will end when the new summer products come out. PCP enrollment for the summer ends on April 17th. So don't miss that. It'll mail out the 10th of May, and it arrives about a week after that. So you can start letting your clients know that you want to enroll in that by the 17th. There are samples included. So I don't wait till the 17th to order mine, because I know of people who have gotten caught ordering on the last day and they didn't get any samples in their books. And so I like to get the samples. So put it in your date book to order by the 16th, and then that way you won't miss out. I also want to congratulate 4 consultants who moved up in red this month. Oh my gosh. Serenity Twist, Layla Gallegos, Jackie Watson, and Dee Olson all moved up into their red jackets. So proud of you. Serenity, Layla, and Jackie are first-time red jackets, which means they got that $100 bonus. And that ends June 30th, you guys. So if you've never been in your red jacket, you've got to do it. You've got to do it by June 30th. We don't know that they're going to continue that. This is a program. It's not a change in the career path. So make sure that if red is on your vision, is in your vision, then that you'd finish that up as soon as possible so you don't miss out on that $100 cash bonus. New consultants, this ends June 30th too. Any new consultants who start, they get 3 $25 gift certificates that they can give to their besties or to their new customers to that comes off of their starter kit. So that ends June 30th too. Don't, keep that in mind for your new people. Something extra to offer them. And now I want to introduce, wait, let me go unmute her. Okay, let me stop sharing the screen too. But Christine, I'm so proud of you. Our first cruise winner, our cruise earner. The company is very particular that we say earner, not winner. Cruise earner, and let me get you unmuted here. All right, we should be able to hear you now, Christine. But I want to introduce you and just tell you how proud we are of you and excited, and we can't wait to join you. So tell us whatever you want to talk about.
Great. Well, thanks everybody for having me. I'm sorry I'm having this conference at the car dealership because I got a nail in my car on my way home from my appointment. So we're doing this at the Chevy dealer. Woohoo! It's always exciting though. I'm glad I have a flexible schedule that this could work, right? Isn't that great? Okay, so I want everybody to grab a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil. Okay, everyone grab a piece of paper. I'll give you a few seconds to grab that. Because I'm going to have you write an acronym. Okay. I actually get to see some of you on this. This is so cool. Thank you for putting this together, Lynn. Okay, great. Okay, I think Dee's grabbing a piece of paper, so we'll give her a second. Well, I'm so excited. I feel like while people are grabbing pens and paper, ever since we finished, I feel the momentum just kind of rolling. I feel like the excitement and the energy just keeps going. So I kind of haven't stopped since the end of the month. So that's been kind of exciting too. And it's a trickle effect. So I think this is a good idea to have this call, and also to notice that, like, I had someone, I think, that saw the post and therefore private messaged me and asked to be on my team. So you want to win, you want to have achieve great things in your business, because I find that it's contagious, and it makes people want to win along with you. So before I start, I wanted to say that because I've noticed already some trickle effects just from achieving this destination red. Okay, it looks like everyone's back online that I can tell anyway. And so I want everyone to grab their pen and paper, and I want you to write an acronym. And the acronym is CRUISE. So CRUISE. So write that on your paper. Okay, and each letter is going to stand for something that's been kind of on my mind, thinking about how you guys are going to wrap up the cruise. Some of the things I did, maybe some things that will excite you or help you wrap up this cruise in the next 89 days or whatever we have left. Okay, so the C stands for celebration. Okay, so write that down. C equals celebration. Okay, so when I think of that word, I think of actually, it could mean a lot of things to you. It could be celebrating with some of the top Mary Kay people. So you want to be on that ship so that you can celebrate with the top people in Mary Kay, the people that are running, the people that are working right now, the people that know what's hot and how to grow your team and how to sell this product. And so I think you really want to celebrate with those people so that you are filled up with that positive, intelligent energy that will help you move forward in your career, in your personal life, in everything. And I also think about, like for me, I wanted to celebrate with my husband. I feel like I love vacation. I mean, that's why I wake up every morning, it seems like, is planning the next vacation. So if you're anything like me, you want to be able to celebrate this win with something fun, like a free vacation. And if you don't like to vacation, take the cash. So either way, I think there's a place to win for everyone. But I think most people like vacation. And I had a couple people say, oh, I don't think I can get the time off work. Call in sick. It'll be worth it, I promise you. So I know when I worked at MGM long ago, I did that. I called in sick for stuff all the time because I knew that it was going to be more fulfilling, more joyful, move me forward in my business. I'm sorry there's some background noise here. I apologize. Okay, so that's C. C stands for celebration. And I want us all to celebrate together. Wouldn't that be great? All the lucky stars and all the precious gems are sitting in a hot tub. I mean, can you see that? Can you envision that? So that's what I see when I think of celebration and us just having fun and doing all the different activities together on this amazing vacation. Okay, the R stands for run. R-U-N. R stands for run and work your plan. And so when I got the Applause magazine, okay, did you guys here's the Applause magazine with the picture of the boat on it. I started carrying this magazine with me everywhere I went. Okay, so we got this magazine in January. It's the February Applause. So if you don't have this, call the company. They will send you another one. But mine's all beat up, and I don't care. I still carry it around. It's so exciting. And it's an easy reminder to work your business everywhere you go. And it's an easy reminder of you need to tell people what you're working for. And so if you hold this Applause magazine at your appointments, at your on-the-goes, when you're going to the gas station, everything, it's a reminder, I need to talk to that lady. Because, we need to run. We need to run after this like this is our baby, And I feel like this will get you everything else in Mary Kay. So even if the cruise doesn't excite you, I think you should run for it anyway. So I really think we just have to move faster because there is a deadline. We think, oh, we have 3 more months. We got tons of time. Start today and work on it every single day. If it helps you, put it all over your house. Put pictures of the boat all over your house. it needs to be a constant reminder. So you don't let that cute girl, you know, like just go away when you run to the library, or run to the grocery store, you know, or you're thinking about people on your mind. So mention it, you know, so that they either book a party or maybe join your team, or, you know, maybe know someone that needs a makeover. There's always someone out there. And if there isn't, they know someone that's out there. Okay, so the U in Cruise stands for us. So one thing I love about this challenge is it's not just about you, it's an us goal. I love it that it has to do with red jackets and team building, not just personal sales. So I really love this challenge because it has to do with meeting new people, talking to maybe people in your customer base you haven't talked to in forever and you kind of forgot about them, so they're kind of like new again. So I love that it's like getting them excited about it too on your team. So for example, if I were you, I would look at your team. So if you have any team members right now, I would look at that list and first see, do you have any senior consultants on your team? You know, do you have any red jackets on your team? Like, who do you have on your team? And kind of make a list of that. Also, for this particular challenge, they have to be first time new red jackets. So keep that note, maybe highlight those. Highlight the seniors or the red jackets, or the people that maybe were a red jacket before, but now they're a senior. You know, you kind of need to know that. And if you don't know that, you can ask your director. And there's also a report on Mary Kay in Touch that I know directors definitely can see, and possibly even consultants. But Lynn and I can help you with that if you haven't seen that report or you need information on that. And so kind of map it out. Like if you have 2 people on your team or 1 person on your team that's already a senior consultant, they only need 2 more to get that $100 bonus and be, you know, be qualified for the cruise. And then you can talk about them being qualified and them finding their team and getting them excited too. So there's a trickle effect. So you definitely want to be smart and look at all those people on your team. And if you don't have anybody on your team right now, it doesn't matter. You can still, at your appointments when you're selling the product, you're going to meet new people. So if you're out in the field meeting people on the go, anything, it can all still come together. But be smart about your time, okay? The I in Cruise stands for incentive. Okay, you have to dig really deep. Now for me, I really wanted to finish this challenge early for a couple different reasons. One was I knew that my husband really needed a balcony. And if you know my husband, which very few people do because he's very shy, he is going to need his own little private space. So I kind of did it also for him. I did it quick because I wanted to be able to focus on my unit earning it also. But I also did it for my husband. So sometimes we work harder for a goal when you're working on doing it for someone else. So maybe you want to do this to bring your best friend or your sister or your aunt or your stepmom or whoever you want to bring on this cruise with you. I think, you know, that's really important. The other thing that helped me finish was my husband told me about a week or 9 days before the end of the month that if we didn't get a balcony, he wasn't going. I mean, you might think that sounds kind of funny, but it actually motivated me because I know my husband very well. And I knew that for him, it was kind of like a little motivator because he knows how I work. And so he put a little fire under me to not sit on the couch, but get out and hold appointments and get my team rolling and get things moving, because he knows once you kind of, you know, we've been on a few cruises. And so when you have a balcony, you want to have it again, right? So, so that was a little extra incentive for me to wrap it up in March, was kind of a reward for him for being supportive during this process. Okay, the S stands for see enough faces. Okay, so they're not going to knock on your door. You have to get out of your house. Now that it's not like a blizzard anymore, right? In Minnesota, it's probably a little more fun to get out of your house. So I highly recommend, have your purse packed, ready to go. You never know. Some people want to sign up right on the spot with a hand facial or no facial. Be prepared. I mean, when I was in DIQ, I'll never forget, in the bathroom at the gym, I got a quality recruit. You honestly never know. It's like we just have to open our mouths, see the faces, put the products on, book parties, book facials, book everything, book parties for our people, help them, and it can all come together. Okay, so see enough faces. And I know there's a plan that I posted and Lynn posted from Tammy Crank that talks about doing 36 parties. If that's the plan you want to run on, great. But honestly, it's just, I don't even know if there's a magic number. You could probably even do it in less than 36 parties. But if, that would be a great goal, 36 parties in 3 months. You could do that. 12 parties a month, that would surely get you there. But you could probably even do it with a smaller number. But that's really important to do the work because it will kind of multiply. Because your enthusiasm and your momentum will be rolling, and you'll find it actually gets easier the closer you get to the end. All right, the last letter on there is E, and E stands for envision it already done in your mind. So I want you to imagine what it's going to feel like, what you're going to be wearing, what swimsuit you're going to have on, what cute, whatever, flip-flops you're going to have on. Imagine something that excites you. The fabulous chocolate cake. I know this for a fact. Royal Caribbean has the best chocolate cake in the whole wide world. I don't even like chocolate cake, and this chocolate cake, I could have 3 slices. It's so good. So, I mean, just crazy stuff like that. Like envision us just having a ball. Envision it already done. And I'm telling you, you need to plan it out with the numbers and the math too, because sometimes the people that you think are going to be your 3 reds or whatever aren't actually your 3 reds when it came right down to it. It ended up being someone that surprises you. So you want to have lots of things going on, and you're working with lots of people, and don't put all your eggs in one basket because you never know. So be willing to do the work and then some to go see this person or that person because they're on your mind. And even if it's 8 o'clock at night, just take that vitamin and get it done. So I feel like I just worked with my hair on fire in March. I was actually in Cuba for most of the month. So I felt like that actually gave me a renewed, confidence and a renewed sense of we are so lucky to have this job. Because coming from a third world country and then coming back here with all the luxuries that we have that we don't even think are luxuries, just really made me focus and appreciate and fall in love with Mary Kay again. So I want you to fall in love with your business, fall in love with this Destination Red, and give it your all this month. Finish April 30th. I mean, you could do it. There's no reason why. And if not, you have May and June to wrap it up. So that's all I have to say, but I know, wouldn't it be fun? I mean, I don't like to do anything alone. So I really want you guys to be there with me because that would make it so much more meaningful too.
Well, that is awesome. I went ahead and I unmuted everybody because I know you probably want to appreciate Christine or maybe ask her a question. So you should be unmuted. Other than, let me see if I can unmute. Nope, I can't unmute Misha. Misha, you have to unmute yourself. So go ahead. I've got you guys. You can talk to Christine if you want.
Christine.
Oh, go ahead.
What do you say when you approach someone? And I know your excitement alone is exciting to other people, but how do you approach? What do you say?
When I'm warm chatting?
Yeah, just I mean, do you talk about the cruise, or is it the usual that you always do? To build your team and stuff, or and just curious if you mentioned the cruise and goals that way, or
yeah, I often do. I carry the February Applause magazine with me everywhere I go,
Oh,
and
that's right. You did say that.
I
Yeah.
do that, and I do say I'm working on this. Well, now I finished, so I'm working on my unit finishing. But I'm working on finishing this free Bahama cruise. I mean, just kind of imagine yourself talking to your best friend in a professional way, and I think it comes across more sincere. So
Okay.
you kind of like you talking to your best friend, like, oh my gosh, this is my goal. This is what I'm working on. I would love to get together with you. And, you know, are you familiar with Mary Kay? I still use a lot of old school Mary Kay words. I give a lot of compliments everywhere I go. That usually warms them up to you. So give
Okay. Sure.
compliments. Maybe you really like their smile or their service or their hair or their jewelry or whatever you like about them. You know, mention it, compliment them, and then say something. A lot of times I just start with, if it's a total stranger, I usually do more. I don't usually start with the cruise. But if it's someone I know even a little bit, I'll start with the cruise. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Thank you. Yeah.
Sure.
Congratulations. That's
Oh,
just so exciting.
okay, your name.
Christine, thank you so much for sharing tonight. Yes, we're going to be cruising with you. We
Yay!
all are going to be on that cruise with you. I can't wait to see you and David again.
I know. We're excited too.
Mm-hmm. And I love your acronym too.
Oh, good. Thank you.
You got it in big letters.
Yeah.
So, Christine, so I heard a lot of good things about how to using the celebration acronym, but one thing that I think really stuck out would be, I would like help or kind of a clarity on, you talked about first it's through work, obviously, but you talked about having a plan, and so could you share how you strategized? So you know, I'm going to finish this, I'm going to do this by this time, and I'm doing this for my husband because he wants a balcony. So, you know, when you're strategizing or developing your strategic plan on how to do that, can you give us some ideas on how you did that?
Sure. Well, everyone works a little differently, but for me, I like working on a daily basis goal. So I break everything down into daily sales, daily touches, because I naturally am more of a procrastination kind of personality. So I have to, in my opinion, work on a daily goal. Otherwise, I leave it to the very end, and that is too stressful for anybody and usually doesn't work. So I usually don't work the first day of the month. And so if you don't already have a plan for April, I would map out your April. How many people are you going to call every day, or see, or warm chat, or whatever? And you know, if it's 5 or 10 or 15, it doesn't even really matter what the number is, but I think it's the consistency and doing something every day. So if your number is 10 people a day or 5 people a day, I don't think there is a magic number. I just think it has to be done daily. Maybe you take Sundays off with your family. I mean, if you have a big goal and if you're a little bit behind, you might want to work 6 days a week, or work a little extra 5 days a week. It's totally up to you. That's what's so great about Mary Kay, the freedom and flexibility. But if you want to like run, like I would recommend, you might want to work half a day on Saturdays. You know, maybe work 5.5 days. And I think part of that is my strategy. I like to keep my strategy very simple, and it's just doing the everyday daily work. Calling my customers, meeting new customers, booking them for on-the-goes, facials, and parties, whatever they want to do, website shows, whatever. Honestly, I did not even hold that many parties, so it doesn't have to be a million parties. Just know that. Like, you just have to get product on faces and get opinion, share it working full circle, and it's just faster if you do it as parties. But I did a lot of running around, so I probably could have done it a little bit smarter with parties, and I'm working on that skill too. I'm still working on coaching my parties so that they hold, and Lynn's helping me with that. But I just kind of go, and that seems to work for me most of the time. But I think I could work smarter than harder sometimes.
So it sounds like what you're saying is that, which I think that's why you're the epitome of your success, is that you're doing the weekly plan sheet. So sounds like you're strategizing, okay, this is the day I'm going to be off, or whatever you have else going on. And then on top of that, based on, so whether your designated time where you're not going to be working Mary Kay Sunday, just per day, and then whatever commitments other than Mary Kay you have, and then the other balance of time, you're strategizing on a number of, first your team, and then it's, okay, how many connections that you could make. And then once you're making the connection, you're doing that full circle and talking about, depending on who you're talking about. So too, current customers, you talk starting with the cruise info, and then if it's something you don't know, you just want, like you normally would want to get them for a booking, but making sure that you're not setting a separate time for a dream session. You're trying to wrap it all in once so that you're covering all the bases. So it sounds like that's must be how you did that.
I like to do everything on the spot if possible.
Okay.
The more information you can get when you warm chat, for example, it just makes it easier. The more you can do at the facial or the party, it makes it easier. It's better use of your time. But my personal business always comes first, and then my unit second, because I feel like, you're the queen of your team. So I feel like you have the most influence on everything. And I'm trying to work on getting my unit members to maybe come to some of my parties, so I can work smart that way too. But we're all in work in progress.
You did it. So hey, I mean, yay! But so exciting.
Yeah, you're right, Tammy. You're exactly right. I mean, plan it out, like you said. I use my date book like a lot. So my date book and my notebook are my two things with me all the time. So I have some kind of spiral or notebook. My notebook, sometimes I have it for 2 or 3 months. So like I had one with palm trees on it, because that's my other goal, is to finish my house and go to Hawaii. So yeah, I know, right? That's my next big goal. Wrap that up. But it's in the car, excuse me. But here it is. I'll show it to you. So this is like my little notebook for the next 3 months, and it has a big pineapple on it.
Okay.
So like I just write my everything in it. It's like my ideas, my thoughts, my 6 most important list. By the way, if you're not doing a 6 most important list, you have to start that immediately. That's my life. I live by the 6 most important list and my notebook. So it keeps myself accountable every day.
Question, because I'm going to take advantage of it right now, because I got you. Oh, another question. So I know you're super motivated all the time, and I know that the destination cruise motivates you. Would you say that do you listen to specific, what pumps you up? If you're not pumped up at a certain time, you're like, okay, you're running with your hair. Well, you were, now you've finished. But during that process, could you share things that kept you motivated? Or, yes, pictures, did you use visuals and auditory so that no matter what, you had something visually, but what you were listening to, or were you reading something as a part of that to keep you, I know, you said the Pause magazine, but anything other than that you were, listening to, or can you talk about that?
Sure. That's a great question. The things I use to motivate me are the $1 Million Message. I listen to it while I'm brushing my teeth every morning, or putting on my makeup, or driving to the gym sometimes. I've been a little laxed on my gym time, so I need to get back into that. But I'm also reading a new book I love called Atomic Habits. So I like to read, so write that down, Atomic Habits. I just started reading it not too long ago, but I love it. I really, really love it. And I think it would help all of us. and I got it at the library, so it didn't cost me anything. So I always try to read a book that like either a national recommends or maybe someone I respect recommends, or I hear like a couple people talking about, or just a topic that would help me in an area of my life that I'm working on. So I would say try to read 5 to 10 pages a day of something that you're working on. You know, for me, it's habits. I want to work on my habits. And then the $1 Million Message, talking to Lynn every Thursday actually motivates me a lot. So I would definitely reach up to her, or, you know, I mean, she's the best. You all know that. So I definitely reach up to my mentors.
Okay.
What else do I do? I try to stay away from the TV as much as possible. I don't watch anything negative. Sometimes when it's like a really negative, sad movie, or even like news sometimes, I rarely watch the news. Anything that's sad or might depress me, I usually turn it off and put on like a comedy or an interesting history thing, because I know it affects my mood.
Okay.
So, yeah, actually, I try not to dabble in too many of those things because then I get distracted. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, that makes perfect sense. Thank you very much.
And I get depressed just like everybody else. You just see my bubbly side most of the time, but
Your gorgeous side. I mean, look at that body. I tell you, when you're standing up, like, oh Lord, you're doing great. So you're doing awesome. You look great. So those couple days, that's because you were consistently going to the gym, and then you know, okay.
I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm working on it.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you, Tammy.
Christine, great job. Proud of you.
Who's
I
that?
got a message that said they gave me unlimited time tonight. So if you have questions, go ahead. This is your time.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep Christine too long though, but anybody else?
So Christine, your red jackets, the 3 brand new red jackets you have, do they all have their plans to be on that cruise with you too?
Well, for sure, one of them does. I'm working on everyone in our unit, of course, but Serenity definitely has probably the biggest burning desire that has shared that with me anyway. But hopefully, secretly, they're all working on the cruise too. I know the Florida girls are excited about Bahamas too. They've shared that excitement with me. And I talked to actually Gloria Vargas today, and she was getting kind of excited about the cruise too. So it's kind of bubbling up. So I think, thank you for asking me that, because I think me finishing it is inspiring other people to also finish it. And so, and it also helps me put attention in other places so that my part's done and I can help other people finish theirs, and maybe do some more team building appointments and just different things to help motivate and inspire others, not only in our units, but in the communities. So like at the director meeting next week, I think that will get some directors and DIQs excited too.
Congratulations. I'm so proud of you, sweetie.
Yeah, we're gonna plan a big red jacket party. So we're getting excited about that, having people get their red jackets ordered and planning that celebration, which will also, I'm sure, get people excited to have. So I might be talking to Lynn about some ideas about that, because we haven't had one in a minute.
Because each of them earned what, $250 cash, right? Plus bundles.
About $100 cash.
But don't they get the 50 per recruit too? Or is that when they're qualified, right? Am I not remembering right?
Yeah, I think you have to be qualified for that. So yes, once they're qualified, they'll get more cash.
They'll get more cash, yeah, exactly. And maybe bundles of products. So so when that's shared, I'm sure that'll be more excitement for people too, you know, in your unit that are like, oh my gosh, look at everything they got. So
yeah, I love the Great Start program. I think the company just did a really good job with that.
Okay, I think We've kept Christine long enough. She needs to get back to her vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be ready now. So you made my reading time very comfortable.
But it was really fun to see everybody. I really appreciate everybody that was on tonight. And let me pull our slide back up here. I just thank you, Christine, for taking the time to talk to us and to share. We're just super proud of you and can't wait to celebrate with you at seminar. We'll all be there for that. And then,
how do I know who was on the call?
Pardon me?
How do I know who is on the call?
If you click on participants down at the bottom of your screen, it'll show you who's on. But if you want me to, I can tell you later. Okay. But as Christine was saying, if you don't want to take a cruise, give it to me. No, you can't do that. Somebody is offering cash. The cruise is more valuable though. So it's amazing when you think of everything that is included in that. And we can all do it. What a party that will be. Oh my gosh. We can take up, just like we did the last time that Christine and I were on a cruise together, we had 14 of us together. And we can take up a couple more tables, Christine. Won't that be fun?
That'd be fun.
It will. So I'm just going to leave you with this last little bit of closing here. Just believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. Just like we teach people to take care of their skin, you can take care of your attitude. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take a powerful attitude this month and next month to wrap it up. I wouldn't wait till June. I'd do everything I can to get it done in April. And the 2 people that I know personally that have earned the cruise did it in 1 month. They made the decision on the first day of the month and they finished it up by the end of the month. So realize that even if you don't have anything in, you still can finish it. So just like we take care of our skin, the first thing you want to do is cleanse your mind of all past failures and shortcomings. Realize they were just teaching you what you need to do differently and giving you a good idea of what you can do well. The second thing is retexture. Retexture your thinking. Get rid of all that dead, dry stuff on the surface and reveal the enthusiasm beneath. You all know that's what Christine does. She just lets her enthusiasm shine. No matter what's happening in her life, no matter what's happening personally for her, she just pushes that stuff away, gets out her microderm or whatever and gets rid of it. Right? Number 3, freshen your business outlook by selecting goals that make you tingle. Think about a freshener when you put it on, how it makes you tingle. The goal that you select, if it's not the cruise, if it's your red jacket or directorship or a new car or being a star this quarter or whatever it is, make it exciting to you where it makes you tingle inside. And then number 4, balance your plan. God first, family second, career third, and work. I wrote that down when Christine said work. Work enough to meet your goals. I think that's what most of us where we fall short. We don't put in the work. And so just work enough to meet your goals. And Marsha always says, if you don't work for yourself, you're going to end up working for somebody else. And it's much more fun when you work for yourself. Amen?
Amen.
Amen.
And last, protect yourself. And Christine also mentioned this. Protect yourself with positive people, positive tapes or voices or things you listen to, and ward off the influence of a negative environment. I hate to say it, but there's a lot of wonderful people in this world, and it's the negative stuff that's the loudest. It's one of the things I appreciate about Linda Tupin. She teaches us about the bell curve, and the majority of people in the middle are really nice, wonderful, positive people. It's the people on either end that will be negative or, And unfortunately, the negative, crazy people are the loudest. The nice people in the bell curve, you don't hear them because they're nice. But realize that's most people. So those are the people that you want to spend your time with, and just avoid the negative influences, whether it's media or things you watch or people surround yourself with. Some people we can't always get away from because we're related to them in some way or another, but you can still protect yourself by bolstering up your confidence before you're with them, and then feeding that confidence after you've been with them. So I just want to close here and thank you all for being a part of this. I know Tammy, when before you all came on, she was saying, I want to do this again. So Christine and I will talk about it. We're going to talk tomorrow, I assume, right? Are we still talking tomorrow, Christine?
Yeah, we're talking tomorrow.
Okay. So we'll talk about it, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see. I will tell you this. Whoever earns a car, whoever becomes a new director, whoever earns this cruise, we definitely will do this again. And you will be our guest speaker. How's that? Okay, that's a for sure thing. But thanks for being on. Thanks for taking out the time. And I really appreciate it. So I will stop sharing.
Okay.
Say goodnight.
Thanks much, Christine.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Christine.
Love ya.
Love you.
Misha.
Bye, Misha.
Bye-bye.
I'm not gonna. You can close yourself down.
See you, Christine.
Good night time, boy.
I like that.
Bye-bye.
These people, they're so funny.
Okay.
How do you get off?
I'll get you. All right, I'll